Hi guys, so welcome back. So we're going to tie another rainbow trout fly tonight. Fairly simple one, but again one from quite a while ago because I suppose it came out whenever I was in my teens and learning to fish for rainbows. So this is a Sleech. This is an orange Sleech. Now traditionally they might have been tied on quite a long shank hook. I'm going to tie this one on a B175 size 8 and I have a 5mm gold bead on it here. So we're going to use an orange thread here because it's an orange fly. Tie that at the back. Now what you can do if you want is to build this up and secure it at the front so that the bead does not move, but I'm going to try and do that with the tying as we go. So very simple fly. Tail, I'm going to use an orange MARABOU. So it's in other videos you've seen where I use the tip of a feather, so you can do that if you want, or we can, I'll take it out because the tail's a bit longer here, or we can rip off bunches and then cut it to length. So I think on this one we will do that. So we'll rip off, say, the side of a feather. Now how bulky or otherwise you want is up to yourself, and you can do this and use this natural sort of tip to it, which I think is a little better looking, in which case I will cut that to length and then tie it in. Now I'm going to tie that in till it's nearly up behind the bead, and then I'm going to wrap back into it. I'm actually at this tip of it here going to run a little bit of clear varnish, and then I'm going to hold that all back and I'm going to tie into that, and hopefully what that will do is to get the varnish all down in through the fibers, waterproof it and stop water wicking up it and rusting the hook as such. So body on this is a bright orange FRITZ or gel coat FRITZ or whatever you want to call it, and if you want you can add some flash to the tail, but I always found that the FRITZ was kind of flashy enough on its own. So I'll put that on, and I'm keeping the FRITZ under tension. I'm going to allow it to fold back on itself, and then I'll just flip it back with my fingers. So my fingers are in the way, but each time I'm just stroking and stroking and getting the FRITZ wrapped nice and evenly, hopefully. And also what I'm doing here, you see, as the turn goes over, I wrap it back and then I grip it, and that means I can let this go if I want, and it's not going to loosen any of the wraps behind. And I think that is something that's important when you're wrapping FRITZ, otherwise it can get quite loose of itself and move. So now that last wrap took us up behind the bead, so we get a turn thread through it. Just going to pull that tight, another behind it, and then get in front of it, and then I'll just do a couple of half hitches, let them seat in behind it, and again, so that even if the first two wraps come out, we still have another two coming behind it. Trim, trim. This one is not as important to get the thread trimmed really tight, because the nature of the FRITZ is that it's all fibrous anyway, and the orange will sort of bleed into it, so I wouldn't be overly worried about that. And then we take our super glue and just let it run down the back of the bead onto our tie-in, and that is our fly finished. So that is our orange Sleech. And that caught me plenty of fish whenever I was young. So if you like what you see, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, And until next time, tight lines, and thanks for watching.